Hi, Shika. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
I think let's wait for 5 more minutes. Let
Sure, sure,
students.
sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I think we have to start the session. Students can join accordingly.
Sure.
So good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashika Srivastav. As you all know, I'm the chapter coordinator of Punjabi Chamber of Commerce. Today, we all are here for our fourth GYS session, that is team building and leadership. So basically, just a little intro about GYS, like what is Global Youth Squad? A Global Youth Squad is a leading entrepreneurship program dedicated to fostering future generations of industry leaders by teaching college students the rewards and challenges of becoming an entrepreneur. And basically, the vision of GYS is to empower college students with the entrepreneurial mindset, skills, and resources necessary to create meaningful impact, drive innovations, and become successful entrepreneurs in their chosen fields. So, for our fourth session of GYS, team building and leadership, today we have Mr. Tarundeep Singh. Sir is a founder and managing director of Angsang Engineers and Consultants. He has 28 plus years of experience in Siemens, GE, Enox, ISRO. He also has experience in industries like oil and gas energy, space tech, machining and manufacturing, healthcare, and agri-tech. His expertise includes project management, supply chain management, quality and EHS management, change management, and O&M management. So on behalf of entire PCC, I welcome you, sir, as a facilitator for our fourth GYS session. You can start, sir. Now over to you.
Thanks, Ishika. Thanks, everyone, for being here and this opportunity. As Ishika has already told you guys, I have enough of industry experience. Probably, I think I will be able to share my experiences with you today. And thanks for giving me this opportunity to Punjabi Chamber of Commerce. One thing I think Ishika missed was I am also a member of committee member of Punjabi Chamber of Commerce of Delhi chapter, and we are based in three places. In fact, we are in Amritsar, we are in Gurgaon, Delhi NCR, in fact, and we are in Chennai as well. So once we go through, I think Ishika, do you have you given me the uh, rights to share? Yeah, I have. Looks like. I'll share my screen. I have made not a very elaborated one, but a very brief presentation for just for facilitation purpose. So probably you guys would be able to take advantage of it. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. Just a moment. Okay, fine, great. I think we are now clear. Okay, fine. As Shika told you guys, and I just mentioned that we are basically we are consulting firm, and we have enough experience uh, both in the fields of projects, operation maintenance. I am a space engineer as well, and I have worked with ISRO, GE, and Siemens. Not going too much into that. Let's just start. So, for any session, what we do is we set the tone first. So I hope everybody agrees with this, or no?
Yes, sir, I agree.
Uh, Thanks, Rudransh. I think I would like to have responses from everyone else. I am not a usual speaker, I am an interactive speaker. I do sessions, but most of the sessions are always interactive. So I will set the tone for this session, and this is what my request that let's just make it interactive. If possible, you guys can switch on your videos as well, your cameras. You can ask questions and express your opinions anytime. So be free. So and the language of this session, I believe we should keep it at English only. And my request, uh, please, one speaker at a time. If I'm speaking, do not interrupt. You can raise your hands, and otherwise, once I stop speaking in between, I will keep giving you chances to speak. Please speak at that time and respect everybody else turn as well. So keep your mics on mute when you are not speaking. And how we are going to go ahead with this session is a general introduction about myself and about you guys primarily. So we would be looking at expectations you have from this session because everybody has his own agenda. Everybody has joined with a certain aspiration in his mind. So I would request everybody to, start moving your minds, churning them, and start finding out what you want to gain from this session. And then we will have a delivery of session and then more questions and the feedback. I hope everybody agrees with this.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, fantastic. So welcome to all who have already switched on their cameras. Those who have not done so far, I would request them to do it. Because, we have a very big limitation of distance, and it is always possible that we should see each other and try to interact with each other. Okay, so let us know a bit about each other. Whosoever wants to share about who they are, from which field they are. Okay, uh, so I have already categorized some things, some headers. You can see them, and I have already populated them according to your occupation, your streams, and your uh, years of work experience. Now, as Ishika has already told me that most of the attendees are students, so I'm sure that the years of experience may not be mattering much to you guys, but I have a different definition of work experience. I do not consider education or your formal qualification studies as a hindrance to mentioning your work experience. In fact, what I believe is as soon as a person takes birth on this earth, he starts having experience. So those are all kind of happenings which have taken place in your life, which become part of your experience. You keep working, you do have experiences in school, but sometimes we relate only it to work experience, which you generally start doing after the age of, say, 17 or 18 years, once you have started doing your graduation. Okay, I have already set up here some things I have already populated. So these are just for me to know whom I'm talking to and where the discussion should go about. So I believe there are students, there are startups. Is there anybody from the startups here, from the entrepreneur side? Okay, I don't think anybody is there. If anybody is there, you can say yes. And I don't think anybody is from the service or maybe from the business side either. But I am sure that most of you who are attending this session will have aspirations to either do a service in future or become a startup or join their uh, family businesses. So I think this session would be helpful. So the streams, I believe I have already taken down some things. Is there anybody else other than finance, legal, engineering, IT, agriculture, or emerging technologies? Anybody else from some different field? I think most of you are from legal side.
I presume yes, sir.
I believe you are all from the same institution or what? Is my language okay, or do you want me to
Hi, Tarun sir.
speak up? Yeah, yeah. Please tell me who is
Jitinder
this?
this side. I am
Yeah,
chapter coordinator with the Punjabi Chamber of Commerce. So we
okay,
do
great.
have students from various fields and of course various colleges, as it was open to everyone to register. So
Okay, fine. So
yes.
I believe I have already covered most of the possible fields here. And okay, fine. I think they are only students, so the experience will be only small, maybe a few years only. So let's move on. Okay. Now I have already listed down from my past experience what you may be expecting from this session. There may be some students who are here only for the purpose of having a general knowledge to be used later on. And maybe there are some people who are looking for guidance and either to develop leadership skills or to know more important dimensions of team building and understanding of the leaderships and styles, in fact, I would say, and understanding how to build a team correctly. Is there any other expectation other than this? If anything is there, we can note it down.
To know your insights, because every time a new speaker comes every week, we get to know their perspective and insights on same set of topics pertaining to
So,
entrepreneurship and stuff.
okay, fine, great. So everybody is interested in entrepreneurships in their future or no? Because this is the time you guys, have to make up your minds what you want to do after maybe 1 year or 2 years, whenever your studies are going to be over. So what are you going to do after that? Have you guys done your planning, your career planning so far? I did it when I was in second year of my college. And I'm very happy to say that the planning I did when I was in second year, it still holds good. And I am moving according to that trajectory. So that line of thoughts and line of actions are inclined towards the goals which I made in the second year of my career, in my graduation. Okay, anyway, if there is anything else somebody wants to learn, maybe we can, during your opinions, you can tell me. Okay. Okay. First of all, what I would request is this is a very, very vast subject. You already have taken so many sessions on it, and it is a continuous developmental subject. If we want to confine it into a boundary of 1 hour or 1 week, it is not possible to do that. And if you still have any unanswered questions or your opinions, your doubts, you can always contact us. You have the email ID and the WhatsApp number. You can note that down. I am available on LinkedIn. You can take this link for LinkedIn from Ishika or from Kanak. They already have it. Okay, now I'm going to make it a little bit more attractive. I'm not going to speak all the time. I don't have that much energy. Okay. Okay, fine. Tell me, what is your understanding of team building? Maybe we can start with, shall I take names? Maybe I can see Jigyasa over there. Jigyasa, what's your view? What is team building? What is your understanding? Or Krishnagi? I think Jigyasa is going to take time.
Yeah, sir, according to me, team building would be bringing together all sets of people with their unique set of talents and skills together and working on a same set of goal or something.
Great. Okay, fine. So you have read the Google?
No, no, I have, but
No,
of
not
course,
yet.
I have read books, so
Yes,
I
it's
maybe
it's
it
it's a
is,
book. It's a definition of the book. Okay, fine.
yeah.
But this is absolutely correct. There is nothing which is wrong in this. So anybody else who can say bringing a team together? This is one thing. Okay, anyway, I'll move forward. Krishnagi, I think you were bang
Sir,
right.
something non-book would be like coming together if our vibes match.
Sorry, can you say that again?
If I were to answer in a non-bookish ways, I would say
Uh-huh.
coming together if our vibes match. Like,
Yes. If our vibes match. Yes, this is you have used the word if. Now this if is very difficult to understand and implement always. Okay, we will when we go through the session, I think I will clarify on this. I'll keep as mind. Okay, as you said, building a team is bringing people together to achieve a common goal. Okay, so this is a very common bottom line of what a team building can be understood as. But there is one more dimension to it, and which is, I would say, more important than what you see on the left side of the screen, which is team building. It is an exercise. Team building is an exercise actually, and I will tell you what are the traits and features of both these processes. So let us go for what a team building a team is. I have just added a word a in this on the left side. The word a, ache, building a team. So this changes the whole meaning of team building as a single phrase. Now this is an essential requirement of the business. It is driven by the requirements that we have to make, we have to create a team. There is a common goal. The business knows how and what they want to do. And this is driven by building a team is driven by those requirements. This is usually a one-time activity, but again, it can be repeated for delta enhancements, for improvement purposes. If somebody leaves the team, you have to fill that up. And it has an operational cost. You cannot avoid it. If you want to run your business, the cost has to be there. So this is the cost which is always there, the cost of the team. Now coming to team building and exercise, when you consider it as an exercise, what happens? So what happens is this is actually a leadership driven project. It's an event. It is periodic. You cannot say that we have done it once and we don't want to do it. It is again a need based, which is decided by the leader. It is not something that you have done in the beginning of the start of the business and you continue with this. It's not like that. It can be taken up any time within the operation of a business, and it is part of the team's competency development. It is not dependent upon the essential requirements. But again, if you see how a competency can be essential for a business is another subject, which is again related to this only. But we will not touch that at the moment. We don't have that much time. Now, if you see, it has an additional cost to company. What do you mean by additional cost to company? That it is optional. The business may choose, the business may not choose to do this exercise. Now, this is something which probably everybody has done in their future, in their career. So you guys are already doing it. How somebody does an exercise on team building? It is with in-house activities. It starts in your school, actually. You start doing your cultural activities. You start doing your, functions and everything. But when you see it from a corporate point of view, from a business head unit point of view, from an organizational point of view, it is facilitated by the HR, the Human Resources Department. And the examples of these in-house activities can be annual functions, sports, cultural events, your potlucks, your quiz events, which are all happening inside the company premises. But there is another dimension of it, which is an outside. Outside activities, they are also facilitated by HR. And in most of the cases, they are facilitated by external agencies as well, who are expert in conducting these activities. These outdoor activities generally are, or most of the time, I would say, they are based on challenges. The challenges which are decided by or identified by the leadership team. And in these outdoor activities, you can have excursions, you can have hiking, you can have other team games, because this is a team building exercise. So you can have only those events included in these things, in these outdoor activities, which are generally team based. And there is nowadays a third dimension of this, which is online activities, which is with this lockdown period, everybody has identified the prowess of online working. So these team building exercises now are happening on online platforms as well. Can somebody please tell me if they have already experienced online activities for team building purposes? Anybody knows? Okay, fine. I will just little bit put in some fuel. Everybody is
Yes,
using
sir.
some university's platform. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Somebody is. Who's it, please?
Yeah, Manpreet Singh this side, sir.
Hi, Manpreet. Yeah. Please
Yeah,
share your opinion.
yeah. So I've gone through some of the online activities which are based on these team building. Like in one of my course programs of MBA through MDI, uh, they organize these activities on various leadership driven programs. So one of the example that I want to give is like the core values on which the company is built up. They generally focus on that. So though the activities are same, but yes, they make it company driven in the way.
Okay, great. So this is from the corporate point of view. Manpreet, thank you so much for your views. Okay, I will take it to the education side, the college level. I think our most of the audience is studying at the moment. So I think everybody is having their email IDs from the college, and there's a platform like MS Teams, which is available to most of the team members or the students, right? Anybody from the college?
Yes, sir, we do have our institutional
You have,
Gmail
yes.
and stuff.
So you have so many applications on this platform, MS Teams, right? And the projects are identified, announced over your email accounts or your social media of your college. And you guys go back to those platforms like MS Teams and collaborate. What is the benefit of these platforms? most visible benefit is that you can do it anytime. You can do it from anywhere. So those excuses that I am not well or I am having some other work, I am out of station, I cannot do this, they do not hold good. Anybody can do it anytime. They can contribute and they can learn from how a team is to be built and worked upon on an online platform. Only thing is that you should have the internet connection. So that's the lifeline of these days. Okay, coming to the benefits that you get from a team building exercise. So let us go through them. First thing is collaboration. Then what you gain is the mutual trust and respect, and it remarkably improves your communication. The communication, your personal communication can be there, and the communication within the team members. And another very important thing is the recognizing capabilities of your team members. Everybody is not able to do everything. You cannot expect from a person to do each and everything. Everybody has a limitation. So these team activities, they basically give you an opportunity to recognize what my partner can do and what he or she cannot do. And do we need to enhance the team, or do we need to change the way we do some work so that we come out with a result which is defined by the organization or by the team. Another very important thing is cultural acceptance. I have personally done so many, I think more than 100 such kind of team building exercises in my career life. And I have seen that this last point, which I have put here, the cultural acceptance is very, very important. Okay, in most of the cases, being a Sikh, I was, an odd one out. I was the only person sometimes in the whole team building exercise who's a Sikh. They, most of the people, they would not know what my culture accepts, what I have to do culturally, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. But this was the time, this was the exercise wherein those people came to know what my values are. And similarly, I came to know about their values, what they like, what they are prohibited, what they can just take it as it is. So it is very important when you have a multicultural team in your organization. And when it goes internationally, you have international cultures involved, it becomes even more important. So always make sure that whenever you guys go into a team in your future lives, so try to recognize the cultural differences, try to respect them and live with them. It's everybody's personal preference, personal prerogative, what to follow, what not to follow. So this is something which we have to keep in mind to become acceptable in a team. Now, I have a question uh, for everyone, in fact, which is one of the best teams, most closest team that you have ever uh, experienced. So you can see the right side, the kind in blue, when they are transferred to the left side of the screen, they try to make a very optimum, a very efficient, effective team. So can you please tell me what is the most close, the closest team that you have ever experienced in your life? It's a very tricky question, I'm telling you. The closest. Anybody? Your family? No?
Family.
Your school team, your maybe your peer group, your family. Is it anything which is even closer than that? I think the family is something which we experience day in and day out. I will give you one more example. I think most of you will be agreeing with that. You know, it's you will not see it in any of your books. So I am not a bookish person. I don't, try to give lectures based on the theories of the books. I'm a practical person, and in my opinion, the closest team that is a kind of perfect is you yourself, single entity. It's your body. You have different team member. You have brain, you have heart, you have limbs, you have nerves, and they are all working in a perfect process, which is running you as a team. Am I right? Everybody agrees or not? Everybody has any different opinion. So this is something I think we don't have to go beyond. We don't have to go outside and start searching for everything. Any search start from yourself. It's a very very unique concept. I think everybody must have seen some video some time back. Oh, whatever is, it starts from you, and you start seeing outwards, and you go to the your locality, then your country, then your continent, then the earth, then the universe, right? The galaxy, the universe. Similarly, there is a backward movement also in that video, which takes you inside yourself. So the best thing is, first of all, whenever you start doing something, you want to do some kind of analysis, you want to do some research, or you want to find some answers to some questions, start with yourself. You will most probably find each and every answer in there. So this is how your thought process will develop as a leader. Now coming to the leadership role for the team building. Okay, fine. What we know till now, let us have a grasp of it. It's a small slide. It's not having too much things. So everybody generally knows about these things. I have taken down this content from the books or from the internet. It's not my own. So we have identified 8 types of leadership styles. One is autocratic, then it's democratic, and then it's free range, then strategic, then transformational, transactional, the coaching style, the coach style, and bureaucratic. These are largely the categories wherein we can decide our uh, professors and other people. They have identified these categories. But apart from these, this categorization is based on most popular studies and analysis. This is what I told you. This is important. No leader can belong to one single category. Remember that. It is always a combination of these styles. If I want to become a leader, I need to know what my traits are. Okay, and my traits would not fit in one single category, one single style. They will be, overlapping with something else as well. And this is also very important thing. The leadership style of a person may change if the circumstances change and or the opportunity arises. I will have to transform myself if the situation demands. So this is a very hard and strong fact, which people try not to acknowledge, but this is a truth. And the persons who lead with focus on overall development of the team, they are always respected. So this is the bottom line. You have to think about the team, the common goal. Whether it is a common goal is good for the society or not good for the society, we don't go into that. We have both kinds of goals available in this world. Some people are having a goal which is not good for general society. Some people have goals which are good only for the society, and some are combination of both. They are situational. But whatever it is, if you are working for your team, for the overall development of the team, you will always be accepted by the team, and team will try to understand you. They will follow you, and they will try to basically copy you in their future as well. They will imitate you. Any questions so far, and any thoughts in your minds, or am I clear? So you can switch on your mics if you want to speak. Okay, fine. I will move on to next topic. Now this is leadership and team building, the vital connect in the entrepreneurship actually. So you can see when you are into entrepreneurship, when you jump into a startup, or even if you have already running business and you want to take over something, generally a leadership role person, he has to do multiple jobs that you can see on the left side of screen. HR, finance, plan, they have to work, they have to control, they have to mitigate. Okay. So it is basically all kinds of jobs that a single person or a single leadership team has to do. And this is for a significant duration. It is not that you do it only on 1 or 2 days or a few weeks. No, it is for a significant duration that this kind of activities will go on, particularly in case of a startup. And this is both good as well as bad for the leader and for the organization. Now let us see what are the good things about it. Okay, of course, if you are doing everything on your own, you gain the know-how, how a business is to be done, how the HR works, how the finances are to be controlled, how to plan work, and how to work, execute it. And then when the execution starts, how to control it, how to identify the gaps, how to find out the mitigation measures, how to predict something which is going to happen in future. These all things that you will gain practically when you do everything on your own or within a small team. But again, it will be having negatives also. The shortcomings of this kind of style is you will have difficulty in delegation. There will be trust issues, because when you have done, if you are a startup or you are an entrepreneur, so basically you are basically living your dream. You are trying to realize your dream. So when you are realizing, anybody is realizing the dream, I think, can you give me a second, please? I have some call coming. I have to take it. Hello. Anji. Anji. सर बात कर पाऊँ मैं बिजी ठीक Okay, sorry for this disturbance. Okay, fine. Let's go back to, we were discussing about what are the shortcomings of this kind of work environment when a leadership has to do all the things in an entrepreneurial ecosystem. Delegation, I said, is difficult. When you have to delegate something, it's difficult. Trust issues are there because You are doing everything and you know how best something can be done to realize your dream. Everybody may not have that kind of vision or that kind of capability or that kind of enthusiasm. So you will not trust everybody so easy. So there are trust issues and execution will be slower because people will, when you give some, instructions to multiple people, everybody will do their job and the results will come in faster. But if you have to do each and everything yourself, you will do it in a sequence. You cannot do each and everything parallelly. You can, if you are a multitasker, you can do one or two things, not more than that. The quality deteriorates if you start doing that, doing so too many tasks at one time. So the execution becomes slower. And the idea saturation. This is a very important point. The saturation of ideas. I am thinking for a particular problem with my own background, with my own experience, with my own domain knowledge, with my own resources. Okay. So I will have a limited kind of thought process. With this, at some point of time, I will run out of the ideas. So this is called idea saturation. So I will try to copy some which was done by somebody else in a similar situation. I will try to copy that idea. But again, if I copy that idea, I will get the same results. I will not be better than that. I will not be different than that. So this is called idea saturation. This is a very big problem when we have entrepreneurial ecosystems or startups. And it is not good for the business. It's not good for the team at all. And second thing is the next point that I have written down here is you will miss the better solutions. Maybe my team member, if it was there, he or she might have a better idea than me. He might have experienced a similar situation and came across a different solution, which I will miss. And another thing, important point is the work-life imbalance. It will have a toll on your work-life balance. You will not be able to spend time with your parents, with your peer group, with your wife, with your children. It is going to happen. And definitely it will have health effects. Your health will deteriorate. Your eyesight will go wrong. You may develop some anxiety issues. Okay. So these kind of things which you need to keep in mind. So what is the requirement? What should we do in such a scenario? Which is given in the bottom line here. The bottom line is any leader, any startup founder or a CEO, whosoever you are, or within your college teams, the leader shall build an effective team as soon as possible. As soon as possible is the key. You cannot afford to keep doing all the things, managing every role yourself. You need to have as early as possible in your journey to become a successful entrepreneur. Because what happens is, as soon as you start delegating these things, as soon as you start understanding and acknowledging the capabilities of others, you build the trust. And people start trusting you as well. The micromanagement diminishes. People start taking ownership of their jobs. They become part of the organization as their own company. I think I am clear, or anybody is having any questions or anything to share with at this point. This is something which is very interesting concept.
Sir, I recently watched a Google internship movie called The Internship, and it was about building a team and team building. So I'm starting to relate whatever you are sharing with that. So have you watched the movie The Internship? It's
Yeah.
about.
Yes.
Have you? Okay. So
I-
the how they were first built a team and how team building happened. I'm trying to relate. Oh, that is
Yes.
what. Okay.
Okay, fine. I think that is always the next part. The first part is always to build a team, and the second part is always to develop the team. Okay. So the biggest challenge a leader will have are already there covered in this slide. So I think when we move further, you will come to know what are the challenges a leader will have. And I'm sure you have already noticed those things in your movie when you watch me that. Okay. This is the first test of a leader building a team. Okay. So let us go through a little bit in brief what a leader needs to do or a leadership team needs to build a team. How they are, what are the factors which are driving this particular aspect of team building process. Okay, as we said, we are going to talk about first part of it. Building a team means bringing the team together, bringing different people together to achieve a common goal in the organization. Now, this is a difficult question. What to focus upon? This is the first test of a leader. When anybody starts, thinking about starting some business or some business within the company or as a standalone thing, this is the first question which comes to the mind of a founder or a leader. What to focus on? And this is where they need to the domain knowledge. The leader knows what he wants to achieve, and he must know what is the domain knowledge his team members would need. And he has to start picking up those members only which have the domain knowledge, sufficient domain knowledge. This is what usually our HR team does based on the requirements given by the teams. Second important point is experience and energy. Anything, any business will need both. You cannot have people who only have experience, because people who have, say, 20, 25 plus years experience, they will not like to work extensively. They will not have that energy to go to run around and do everything on their own. So this is something which you guys, the leader has to identify, that how much experience I need to have and how much energy I need to. Because the experienced guy will give instructions to the energetic guy who is having less number of experience, who is just passed out from the college or having only 1 to 5 years of experience so far, and he is able to understand the terminologies. The experienced guy will guide it. The experienced guy will pitch in only when the energetic guy, the guy with less numbers of years of experience, hands-on experience, falls into a trap. Only then the experienced guy will come and bring the situation under control and take your team members out of that mess. So this is something which is always required. The right combination of experience and energy. And it's a very, very difficult task for the leadership to identify the percentage of the experienced guys and identify the percentage of energetic guys. Okay, this is a very, very difficult exercise, and it takes sometimes, I won't say weeks, sometimes months to identify. And it's a process. Then the soft skill sets. One we talked about was domain knowledge, and another is soft skills. Soft skills, I means the platforms on which your team will work. I think if you guys, I'm from an engineering background, so I know there are hundreds of engineering platforms, hundreds of softwares on which people will work. So let us talk about the models, the 3D models people make. Okay. So I have the domain knowledge, but I do not know how to bring that domain knowledge on screen. Then my utilization in a team reduces. I may not be the preferred person on the team. So that is why I said the soft skills must be there. And these Soft skills, they are generally, enhanced. The skill set is enhanced periodically or as the need is there. A new software comes into the market and the customer demands it. You have no other choice but to upgrade or upskill your team members so that they learn this new software and start delivering in those kind of deliverables, outputs. Yeah, this is gender inclusivity. Very, very important these days. This factor is, uh, we all know that the businesses right from the beginning, they have largely been, dominated by masculine gender, the men. The female gender was always, confined to the house chores and, family matters, not more than that. But as we know, that the contribution of female employees is huge. Their focus is different. Their way of thinking is very ethical when compared to a way of thinking of a man. I'm not saying that every male is not thinking ethically, but because of the so many years of continuous, dominance, so that kind of saturation in your ideas has come in the male minds. But there are male colleagues of mine who respect the female capabilities very much, and sometimes they just raise their hands up that we cannot do this. This job should be given to a female colleague. And there are leaders who identify this, and this is what I would say: the leader must identify that there are some kind of jobs in your team which shall be done by female colleagues, right? I think I'm clear on this. And another thing which I want to add to it is cultural inclusivity. Why this is important? Because in today's scenario, you are not going to work in a silo. You are going to deliver, you are going to do businesses across cultures. Sitting here in North India, I may be doing business with a South Indian, right? If I do not know the language, do not know their culture, I will give you a simple example. When we are working here in North India, they may be having a holiday, a very important festival in running down in South. Okay. If you are having such kind of combination of people in your team, you will come to know about their culture, their festivals, their way of working, right? So you will adapt yourself. You will adapt your processes according to that, and you will be able to bring in more business from that area. Now, just suppose there are two persons who are bidding for a project in South India, say. So you guys, most of you are from the legal background, right? And maybe say Kanak is here. Okay, Kanak is, I would say she is also an entrepreneur. I am also an entrepreneur here. And we both have legal firms. We give legal solutions to uh, people all over India. Okay, this is what our goal is, both of us. Kanak has people in his advocates in her team who are from the South India. I don't have. A client in South India is looking for somebody, some agency in Delhi who can take up his case in Supreme Court. Whom will they prefer? They will obviously prefer Kanak's team. Competency wise, domain knowledge wise, soft skills wise, experience wise, we both are equal. But just because of the cultural inclusivity, if Kanak is having somebody who can speak their language, who can speak their culture, the culture, remember, the culture can be understood, the culture can be felt only in the local language. The cultural cannot be felt or understood in any foreign language. If I have to, read, I have to understand the culture of South India. Maybe say I have an office in Chennai, and in Chennai, most of my team members, they do not speak Hindi. There are few, but most of the team members, they do not speak Hindi. And what I do as a leader of my team, because I know they have domain knowledge, I have no other way option to have people who can speak Hindi. But yes, they are there. So I understand their language. I have learned some words of Tamil. I make it a habit that I bring them into my office and I understand what their culture are. And within Tamil Nadu, people are from different districts, and every district or every area, every demographic area has a different culture. And we have to understand. This is what a leader should do. Okay, and another thing is the budget. Fine, we are here. So this is the budget. The budget has to be kept in mind. So I will quickly move. We are, I think, running late of time. So these are some of the challenges, as Krishnangi was mentioning, challenges faced by the leadership team, the cultural differences, the communication gaps, the computational fears within the team. When you have people who are high performing within the team, you will have a competition among them. How that can be made healthy, that is the challenge the leadership has. The leader has to address to it. And the team building exercises are one way of doing this. Then conflicting opinions. When you have people of having domain knowledge, same thing can be done in different ways. So this is the opinion. My opinion will be different from somebody else in my team. So the leader has to bring in a consensus. So this is what the challenge a leader would have. And you have motivational issues, you have resource constraints, and a very important thing is the personal issues. The personal issues are always, taking a toll on your performance. If I have something bad happening at my home, in my family, and I have nothing, nowhere to go, I am working in an office and I have work pressure as well. So this is where the leader will come in, step in, and start talking to the person about the problems. But before that, the leader should have the capability of identifying such kind of problems. And these are always one-to-one. They are not discussed in open, and generally the leaders would take the such kind of team member somewhere in solitude or alone and then talk to it. So these are the things which build trust as well. So if these team building exercises generally focus on such kind of challenges which a leadership would have, and because of these exercises, these can be minimized. No team building exercise can claim that these challenges can be completely eliminated or avoided. No, it does not happen. But you will definitely decrease the degree of these things, these challenges, and the outcome of the general notion is that the efficiency or effectiveness of the team increases by 21%. These are the data analysis results. By 21%, your team's profitability, your effectiveness, your efficiency will increase if you do these team building exercises and they are done by the competent person. This is very important. Okay, so what I said, building a team is easier than to make it work in a cohesive, efficient, and effective manner. So these are the challenges. I think Krishnagi, I think your point is covered in this, or you still have something?
No, sir, completely covered.
Thank God. Okay. Okay. Coming quickly to the leadership traits that prove to be helpful to thwart the challenges. The person has to be good listener. He has to be unbiased. Should be approachable. A critical thinker. Because when I said conflicting opinions, so this is where your critical thinking capabilities come into picture. They will help you. You will try to evaluate which opinion is better for the team. And because of this only, you will be able to convince both the team members to go a certain way. It should be resourceful. Like I said, in case of a personal issue, if somebody comes to me, my child is not feeling well, he or she is having this kind of problem, I should have the resourcefulness. I should have the resource, preferably, that I can guide this person. Okay, you go to this doctor. This is what we generally do. It's a very easy example I have taken. The resourcefulness is very, very helpful when you want to gain trust and become approachable within your team. So another point is appreciative, very important point. Whatever you guys, your team members do, you should, if it is good, you should appreciate it. But at the same time, you have to be unbiased. If something is not happening good, you must give the feedback accordingly. Trustworthy, as I mentioned earlier as well, you should do things in such a manner that your team members trust you. Like I said, if there's some issue with somebody, whether it is personal or it is professional, if somebody can come to you and you can listen to him or her and keep those things to yourself and give them the advice, you are a trustworthy person. Then only people come. If somebody comes to me and somebody has a problem and he or she needs to talk to someone, and if my name does not come in their mind, it means that I am not a trustworthy person, because they fear that if they confide in me, if they disclose something to me, that particular matter may be spread out, it may spread out to the whole social media or the whole world, which they would not like. Their privacy would not allow that. So you need to gain trust. And a very important thing, lead by example. If there are easier things, fine, you should do it. The team should do it. But if there are difficult things, you should not leave everything to the team. You should always be part of it. You should always lead by the example. If something nobody is in a position to do, you should take the initiative and start doing it. Then people will start joining. This is what is said to be leading by examples. I think this is something which is taken from the internet only. This is called Bruce Tuckman phase model. This is how you identify the different stages of a team development. Those who want to learn about it, a lot of materials available on the internet. If somebody still needs some guidance, you have my number, you can be in touch with me. Now this is open house. If anybody has any question, we are done with our presentation on leadership and its empowerment, its effect on team building. Any questions from anyone? I am now we are open to take the questions. or any opinions. If you want to share something from your experiences, you are most welcome.
Sir, I'm in my first year of law school and I think I lack experiences when it comes to team building.
Mhm.
And but I
See,
gained a
is
lot of things from this session, like cultural acceptance. I never thought about it. Ki this might be one factor I should look into. But this I'm slowly recognizing as I've moved to another state and a
Mhm.
culture different from mine.
Mhm.
Also, the thing when you said ki it is like a bookish or Google term, I realized ki whatever I think about certain thing is solely based on what I've already read. It's not coming from my own thinking or what I generally think about this. Also, these are things which really I got to, realize. And myself completely as a team was also a new thing. Well, it showed me that sometimes answer should only be simple and as relevant as it can be. Not like you have to think something creative. Sometimes the answer you need to give is just simple and in front of you on the tip
Yes.
of your. So that's what I've learned. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thanks, Kishnani, for your opinions. I think I am also very glad that I was able to, impart something which is useful to you, something new. Okay. Anybody else from the audience? Okay. Anyway, so I have uh, something for you guys as a, you can say, bonus. So what we do as a company, so these kind of sessions, they are generally not conducted by the professionals who have experiences in the practical life, but we are a team of practical people, and we do such kind of sessions very regularly. And we have our programs as well. Since you all are from an education background yet, you are still studying, you may need this in future. So what I will do is I will just go take you through our program little bit, and then I will give you a brief introduction of what we are. I think I will take up the introduction part first, and then take you to the counseling program. It will not take much time. And okay, this is what we are. We started with the ATB Surgicals in healthcare and space technology. We were doing business with the ISRO, ISRO. I worked there as well as Ishika has told you earlier. And in 2019, we moved on to become unsung engineers and consultants. And between 1992 and 2019, I was actually not part of the company. I was working in different organizations. So we are into IT business, we are into project engineering and management, we are into space technologies, we are into robotics, and we are into agriculture technology. Okay, so this is our mission. So we want to become a high value engineering and innovation partner, and the customer focus is always there, and our vision for the future is preferred engineering and innovation part. Innovation means not only in the code engineering side, but in every other field as well. And for this we have identified ourselves to be focused on customer satisfaction and our diversified collaborations and continuous competency development, which I just mentioned. This is the team building is part of that, in which we not only focus on domain as well as soft tools and the traits and the sustainability. So we should do our part. This is what all we do in different icons you can see. We are into engineering business management. Then we have a very strong vertical of IT management and web development and smart solutions. And for these smart solutions, we have customers which belong to almost every kind of field which I just mentioned in the beginning of the session. We have legal, we have people from finance, we have customers from HR, we have from engineering, we have from emerging technologies. So we are giving smart solutions to such kind of organizations. And then we are very strong in business process development because of our experiences. We have an experience mix of 15 years to about 30 years of individuals. And we are into startup consulting, business case analysis, and funding and investment opportunities as well. So this is something which we do from our engineering side. Okay, I think not much of the interest. We do the site engineering supports as well. We have so far executed 30 plus projects within this company. And as a person, I have been involved in some of the biggest projects, nuclear projects in the world. And this is our supply chain management department. We take care of the complete products lifecycle management, whether it is a tangible project, it's a non-tangible project, it is services, everything is covered under this section. And this is what our IT management and solutions business does. So we are into, as I said, we are into school management, performance management, task prioritizations, attendance, management reportings, engineering, software, web designing, and complete domain management. If somebody wants to have those kind of services, you can contact us. These are some of our clients and our contribution in corporate social responsibilities. This is what we do. I'm an avid tech talker. I am a speaker at many places. I speak on almost every subject. So this is what our strengths are. We are strong engineering business. Our basic rule is trust, transparency, and inclusiveness. And we work in our strategically chosen areas of interest. This is our core team. And this is me, you can see. I am a certified, internationally certified auditor as well. I am a PVCist professional. I am a Power BI professional. And Harpreet Kaur, who is leading our IT vertical. She is basically an engineer as well as an educationist. So this is all, and thank you for it. And I will simply now take you to another small slide, which is about our counseling programs. Okay, this is our counseling flagship program for students, the fresh graduates, and the entrepreneurs and startups. Okay, this program has been constituted with an aim to provide a clear vision for the future building. As I said, we are just touched the subject of team building. So this is probably, I think, one of the most important phases of a life of a person when he or she is studying and is yearning to come out of the study phase and jump into the professional fields. Okay, both these kind of courses which we have constituted, they take care of your doubts, your clarity of your vision, what you should do and what should be very careful about, and where you should take a risk, where you should be a little bit taking the back step. So this program is constituted with this aim that we have to provide a clear vision for anybody's future building. And this is what is requirement, why it is required, what kind of such kind of counseling can be helpful. It can give you a very clear insight which path you should choose, what is crucial, what are the options you have, and how your dreams and hopes are to be realized. And all this confusion, which is always there in a young mind, we intend to clear that confusion. And what we do is, once people go through this course, they have their thoughts very streamlined, and they generally approach their goals in a logical manner. They have a process already made, which I made when I was in the second year of my graduation, and which I'm still following. I may be revising it on periodic basis or whenever the need is, but this started from then on. And now I am trying to give these techniques to teach these techniques to the young minds. And as I said, it's not me only who is in this team. This team, the team that we have is of very highly experienced people in the industry. And these people come from GE, they come from Toshiba, ISRO, Siemens, where I have worked. I have worked with GE as well. And the teams come from communication companies, Airtel, they come from the consulting firms like KPMG and Accenture. The L&T is, everybody knows about it. Oracle, everybody knows about it. So the people come from these backgrounds. And these sessions are actually one-to-one. This is the, USP of this program. These are dedicated mentors for every aspirant is there. And what we do is we map your skills and we map your passions, your demands of the industry, because we keep on changing day in and day out. Every 6 months, you have a different demand from the industry. So these kind of mappings are done and your skills are identified, and what are your gaps, those are identified, and then it is options are given to people who attend this course to fill those gaps. And how we help it. This is what I just told you. We give you a skill up guidance. You have the long-term access to your mentor, and you have in this courses your value for your money. So I think this is all I have to share at the moment. Over to you, Ishika, and thank you everyone for your patience listening. I was expecting some more interaction, but anyway. A very good contribution from Krishnangi and Manpreet. Manpreet, he has, I think, left early. I know Manpreet personally. He is my associate here, and he's very, very enthusiastic guy, young person, working into a corporate, very intelligent. And we keep discussing such topics on and off. Over to you, Ishika. Thank you so much. I think we are running almost when we started 1 hour, 1 hour, 5 minutes.
No issues. Thank you so much, sir, for such a valuable session. I hope students also get some knowledge, get some information which they never know about team building and leadership. So thank you so much, sir. We are grateful to have you.
Thank you so much. And you can share my LinkedIn profile. You have that with
Yes,
for students. If whoever wants to have any kind of discussion
sure.
or any services they want to avail, they can do that.
Sure,
Okay, thank
sir.
you everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.